Ladies and gentlemen, the time is finally now. The time is finally here, and we are at our go-home show in the main event. Tag team titles on the line. We're going to have Rhodes and MJF, and to kick us off, it's going to be Gable and Dominic Mysterio. It was a quick flash of what's to come tonight, but tonight is going to be full of non-stop action as we are set to get to you guys here tonight with our final episode of Raw going into the Clash of the Champions pay-per-view. One hell of an event it has been over the last several weeks here in Universe Mode, when we had nothing but AEW versus WWE written all over the walls when it comes down to the red and the green brand. And ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you one thing and one thing only going into this go-home show tonight. Chad Gable looks to end it, and when I say end it, I mean really end it when it comes down to the Judgment Day. We started this crossover event with Chad Gable and beefing with the Judgment Day, and we're ending it with the Alpha Academy and LA Knight beefing with the Judgment Day. Listen, it has been a long and hard road, but last Friday night we see the Alpha Academy team up with LA Knight to go in a six-man tag against Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Damian Priest, and what a hell of a matchup it was. But it was the Judgment Day that got the job done, and tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is where we are going to see Dominic Mysterio go one-on-one with the man himself, Chad Gable. This one's going to be damn good. We've seen Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, so many people from the Judgment Day take control of what a lot of people feel like are opportunities. People feel like it are weeks of television time being taken up by the Judgment Day. But ladies and gentlemen, the Judgment Day is here tonight to back Dominic Mysterio. As we know, Finn Balor will not be here tonight. Balor is already on his way off to New Orleans Clash of Champions, and it's going to be damn good. But ladies and gentlemen, speaking of damn good, Dominic Mysterio, listen, he's a sleeper opponent to say the least. This is a man who every time he steps into the ring, he definitely shows up and shows out. He's a man who's done pretty successful when it comes down to singles competition here in Universe Mode, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this one falls underway here tonight. For our opener here tonight is Dominic Mysterio set to go one-on-one with Chad Gable. It is the Olympian versus a Mysterio. This one is going to be hard-hitting to say the least. This one's going to be interesting to say the least. As I said it before, I'll say it again, we don't usually see this man step into the ring when it comes down to singles competition, but tonight's the night we're seeing Dominic step back into a division that he isn't known for, but he definitely show up and show out. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is an Olympian versus a second-generation Mysterio. Excuse me, third. Let's waste no time, or let's get right into this. And here we go, third-generation Mysterio going off against the Olympic gold medalist here, Chad Gable, as Gable getting stomped into the corner. Look at this. Oh, man, Dominic Mysterio. And I also want to mention how last week it was on Mayhem where Dominic Mysterio was one of the MVPs of the night. Dominic Mysterio was the guy that was knocking out all the maneuvers, doing everything to perfection. I mean, when it comes down to Dominic Mysterio over the last couple of weeks here in Universe Mode, he has definitely been sharpening up his resume, sharpening up his repertoire, to say the least, getting multiple wins under his case. Very nice maneuver there by Dominic Mysterio. Mysterio now going to the top of the rope now. And, oh, big splash there by Mysterio. Didn't get all of it, though. Did not get all of it. Chad Gable definitely in a bit of pain. Gable definitely thinking to himself what to do next. And, oh, man, wait a minute. I think Gable's going to get the choice choosing firm by Mysterio. And look at this. Dominic Mysterio twerking and working on that leg. The tweak and twerk on that leg has got to be painful, ladies and gentlemen. And, oh, if Chad Gable walked into this matchup 100% with the way Dominic Mysterio's been going as of late, I doubt he's going to walk out the same way. And oh man, I ate my words. Dominic Mysterio gets taken down there with a step-up kick there. Big DDT there by Chad Gable. Beautiful work there by Gable. Gable looking to turn up for the one time here. Looking to do what he has to do ahead of Clash of Champions. Gable does not have a... Oh! Gable, along with the Judgment Day, aside from Finn Balor, does not have a matchup coming up this Sunday at Clash of Champions. Beautiful DDT there. Neither does Alpha Academy, but this rivalry is more personal than New Orleans, ladies and gentlemen. This rivalry is something that was here for the long run. It was here from the beginning, and it was here from something way before the crossover. And oh man, look at that. Gable not playing any games with Dominic Mysterio. Look at Mysterio going high. I said it before, and I'll say it again when it comes down to Dominic Mysterio. He's been showing up and showing out over the last couple of weeks, but Chad Gable just needed an opportunity, an ounce, a chance to do what he has to do, and he seems to be doing it here tonight. And oh man, no, I ain't my words. Look at that, Gable. Gable now looking to play a little bit of defense as nothing but offense is going in the wave of the Mysterio as Dominic Mysterio has him up, but Gable says no. Gable says no and takes him down by the knee. Perfectly done there by Gable. Gable taking him out by the knee, going for a drop kick, didn't get all of it. Now Dominic off of the ropes and hits him with them. Hits him with a beautiful drop kick into the midsection. Absolutely tossing the air right out of the body of Chad Gable as Gable doesn't know where he's at or what's going on. You can't blame him. Into the corner he goes. Big clothesline there by Mysterio. Dominic now looking to go for some heat here. Beautifully done. Tornado DDT. Heating up and bringing the Lucha Libre every which way. And look at this. Look at this. We don't usually see this, but it's Otis getting involved. It's Otis being a distraction for Alpha Academy. And no. Man, oh man, oh man, like I said, it's usually the Judgment Day being a bit of a distraction when it comes down to their matches. But tonight's the night we're seeing Alpha Academy do what they feel is right. And oh man, oh man. And oh, Chad Gable not playing any games with Dominic Mysterio, looking to change the tides a little bit as this opening contest has been one hell of an opening contest to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody for coming and stopping by. And look at this, Damian Priest, the Archer of Infamy, the godfather of the Judgment Day, trying to be a thorn in the side of Chad Gable. And look at this, Gable with a big slap to the chest there as Dominic Mysterio tried to take advantage off of the attack, but Gable not allowing it. Gable really making Dominic think twice about this one as he goes to pick him up and moves out of the way. Beautifully done there. And wait a minute now, Chad Gable now looking to go for a suplex. Is he going to get him? And go! Went for something different there. You got to think the lower back is in some pain. And wait a minute, Gable snap gear. Beautifully done as Gable now. Second rope maneuver. What is he going to have in mind here for the third generation superstar splash of his own? Chad Gable giving Dominic Mysterio a little bit of taste of his own. And oh man, oh man, oh man. What does Chad Gable have in mind now for Dominic Mysterio? Gable and Mysterio now. Beautiful work here. Bouncing him off the raw strength by Gable. Pure, utter, and raw strength. But in the end, it means nothing when it comes to the numbers of the Judgment Day. Or I eat my words. No. Kick out by Dominic Mysterio. How does he do it? I don't know. Dominic not playing any games, and look at this. Oh, Dominic moves. Dominic says no. Dominic not allowing it. Big spine buster. Sit out spine buster by Dominic Mysterio. When you talk about breakout stars of the era, I want to put Dominic Mysterio on that list to say the least. This man, coming from when he first started to now, he is doing big, and I mean big things, ladies and gentlemen. And if he can get a win under Chad Gable, imagine what that would do for the career of Dominic Mysterio. And oh, Mysterio's channeling what he calls his true father. He's channeling that Latino heat, ladies and gentlemen. Three amigos. And Mysterio to flip it into a Guerrero. Frog splash. 1, 2. Dominic does it. A shocking win, to say the least. Dominic Mysterio, ladies and gentlemen, just pinned Chad Gable clean. You want to say interference was something in this matchup? Well, I'd argue that Otis did the exact same thing, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes down to a matchup like this was done textbook perfectly. Dominic Mysterio walked away with a win that he has never, ever. Oh man, wait a minute, look at this. Dominic Mysterio, and oh man, as JD McDonough, Rhea Ripley walking up the entranceway, Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest taking care of Alpha Academy. And Chad Gable looking for his partner there. And oh man, that's LA Knight! That's LA Knight! Knight goes after Dominic. Knight goes after Priest. We know LA Knight's had a thorn, had a lot when it comes down to the Judgment Day. And he said he was going to give him a stop out. And I thought that was Friday. I thought it was for last Friday, but it seems like LA Knight's here in the white drip, and he's not playing any games. He's bringing the fight to the Judgment Day. This is a 2-on-1, and so far the one's taking advantage, but no. Oh man, Dominic Mysterio taking it to the outside of the ring as he is hurt after this matchup. But look at this, LA Knight fighting back. LA Knight fighting back against Damian Priest. Priest gets taken down by LA Knight. Knight doesn't know where he's at, but neither does Priest, and Knight knows. Knight knows that he is here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to put a stopping on the Judgment Day. Look at this. Out goes Priest. Couple strikes by LA Knight. And one more for his trouble. And Dominic trying to make sure that Damian Priest is good. Oh, what a reception to open Raw, ladies and gentlemen, and LA Knight has a microphone in hand.
Not for too long, the Judgment Day has been taking so-called control of Raw. Well, no, that's done. That's over it, because I'm here. My name is LA Knight, and I'm here for one reason, and one reason only. And if it's not to win the world title, it's to stomp out you, Damian Priest. It's to stomp out Dominic Mysterio. It's to shove a sock in JD McDonough's mouth and shut up the Judgment Day. You say fun and games are over with, then accept my challenge this Sunday. Clash of Champions. Me and the two of you and a partner of my choosing. What do you say? Yeah.
Well, LA Knight knows how to start off an episode of Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, but we have bangers on top of bangers to get ready for you guys. And oh man, look at this. It's Kevin Owens watching this. Little bit of an exchange here. We've been seeing Kevin Owens be a thorn in the side of LA Knight, same vice versa, and Kevin Owens is interested. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this Sunday is going to be the Clash of Champions pay-per-view, but it's going to be different, unlike any you've ever seen before, as AEW World Championship will be on the line when MJF goes one-on-one with the American Nightmare, WWE's very own Cody Rhodes. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Commissioner William Regal, and tonight I am going to be hosting this split-screen interview for the AEW World Championship matchup coming up this Sunday between Cody Rhodes and MJF. Now, Cody, we have done these interviews before in the past, but this is the first time that we're going to be doing it with MJF, so we're going to be letting MJF go up first. Now, the first question we have for you, MJF, is, you know, you and Cody having all of the success that you've had in your career, being in all of the matches that you've been in, does it still weigh on your mind the fact that you are not going into a match with any other challenger? You're going into a match with somebody you called a teacher. You know, Regal, any other day of the week, any other, night, I would have been thrilled. Any other time of the year, I would have been absolutely thrilled to go against a guy like Cody Rhodes, but that's just it. You're not that guy anymore, Cody, aren't you? I mean, this could have been very, very different for the both of us now, couldn't have it? It could have been World Champion Cody versus World Champion MJF, but you dropped that ball end of summer at SummerSlam, didn't you, buddy? Listen, the point that I'm trying to make here is you guys are reading this all wrong. Meltzer's reading this one all wrong. Twitter's reading this one all wrong. Every single idiot in the IWC is reading this one all wrong. This is not student versus teacher. This one is completely flipped. I am the teacher now. I am the American Nightmare. I am that guy. When I step into the ring, I produce nothing but bangers after bangers. Cody, you had 1 year in this company so far. You won the world title and you haven't done anything since. I have been doing endless amount of work, keeping my championship around my waist, fighting in 60-man Iron Man matches, fighting in anything and everything that I can do just to put my face on the map around this company. And then I come over to this self-proclaimed top of the mountain known as WWE, and the best that you guys have for me is Cody Rhodes. Because there's history there, because he was my teacher. Me and Cody both know, and I'll say this while looking at you right in the eyes, buddy. Me and you both know that you are not on my level. You are nowhere near my level, and maybe once upon a time you were, but your prime is past and done. And come this Sunday, I'm going to expose you for the mark that you are, because you are not taking the Triple B from me. No, you are going to lose. You are going to get pinned. You are going to fall to MJF. Well, with that being said, Cody, do you care to respond to that? I mean, same question goes for you. How important is this matchup for you coming up this Sunday? You know, you got some nerve coming up here and acting like I'm the one that put a big halt to your plans, like I'm the one that stopped you from doing everything that you needed to do. Let's not forget something, Max. What started this between us, whether you want to admit it or not, was you turning your back on the entire Rhodes family, and I've been owing you one ever since. But Max, this door, this great forbidden door, wasn't made for people like you. It wasn't even made for people like me. It was made for the people watching. It was made for the people sitting in attendance. It was made for the WWE Universe. So if the universe wants to see MJF versus Cody Rhodes, if the universe wants to see Cody Rhodes kick MJF's teeth down his throat, then that's what they are going to get, because November 26th, this Sunday, I'm coming for your ass and I'm bringing that championship home. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude today's split screen interview, November 26th, this Sunday, to see more action from these two men, as we are going to be getting to you guys live with our double main event, and this is going to be the second one when MJF and Cody Rhodes go one-on-one. I'll see you guys then. It's going to be damn good. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's a battle for momentum as Darby Allin goes one-on-one with the phenomenal one AJ Styles. Both men having their respective matches coming up this Sunday, but tonight we'll face off at each other in a Styles of clap. It's going to be damn good. See you guys then. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back out here, and oh man, we've been looking forward to this one, and I can promise you guys one thing, and one thing only, and that is when we get this, when we see this, the crowd, the WWE Universe, they're not going to know what to think of this. Listen, Darby Allin in less than a week is going to be fighting against Samoa Joe and Adam Cole in a Intercontinental Championship match, the first ever Intercontinental Championship match we are ever having here in Universe Mode history. And that's not all, because AJ Styles is stepping into a six-man tag match of epic proportions, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be double trouble, as both of the men fighting here tonight are going to be going into their respective matches coming up this Sunday. And what a matchup this is going to be, ladies and gentlemen. Man, oh man. AJ Styles, Darby Allin, this one is going to be one for the history books, to say the least, as Darby has had a handful of fights here during this crossover event, and this will be the final appearance Darby Allin is making here in Universe Mode, unless he can win the Intercontinental Championship this Sunday. Well, this man right here, well, we'll be seeing this man before, after, during, all in the mix, ladies and gentlemen. It's the phenomenal one. It's AJ Styles. Styles set out to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to eradicate the self-proclaimed true Bullet Club, and that is known as the Bullet Club Gold. Listen, AJ Styles said that he is here for one reason and one reason only, and that's for momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, it's for momentum. It's for all the momentum in the books, because this matchup right here is going to defy what's next, not only for one, but for both of these superstars. So this, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to get very, very interesting, as Clash of the Champions is our next stop, our next big stop, and it's going to be damn good, ladies and gentlemen. You see Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson in the ring, and they're ready to go to war tonight, Sunday, Friday, any day of the goddamn week. These men are ready. Definitely one hell of a week all of these men have had. I mean, when it comes down to Carl Anderson, for example, this is a guy who just lost last week, going one-on-one with the man himself, Jay White, and it was a matchup. It was a damn good matchup, but in the end, it was Carl Anderson taking the loss to Jay White. And oh man, wait a minute, Darby coming off heavy here to the phenomenal one. AJ Styles looking to use a little bit of, oh man, beautiful work there, using a what's the word, technical. Wasn't really expecting him to use any technical maneuvers here tonight. And oh man, perfectly done there by Darby Allin. And oh man, they don't call him the Human Cannonball for no reason. This man launches himself unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. And oh man, big kick to the chest there by Darby Allin. Darby, like I said, Darby and Sting, man, ever since they came here, they made their forefront here on the very first episode of the crossover, and it was a slow brew ever since then. It was a trying to figure out not only what's next for these individuals, but what is Intercontinental Championship really mean to Darby Allin? Darby is a guy who's been TNT champions more times in his careers than I can count on my hands. Darby is a guy who has been AEW strictly bounded, you know, testing himself against WWE guys. Sure, that's not out of the realm, but going after a championship, that's commitment. And I didn't think Darby was ever going to be ready for something like that when it comes down to WWE. But look at this way, crossface here by the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Styles looking to turn this one around here on Darby Allin, and no, Allin moves him out of the way. But just to finish my point on Darby Allin, I mean, when it comes down to Allin, he has the less amount of momentum going into this triple threat matchup. But, oh, man, he is one of the guys who doesn't really have many problems when it comes down to Samoa Joe or Adam Cole. So this one, he could be easily stolen by Darby Allin, cover into the middle of the ring, and a kick out there by AJ Styles. And now Styles' face getting smothered and smeared all over the mat. No, man. Beautiful episode of Raw. We seen last week seeing Wheeler Yuta's final test. Tonight we're seeing a test of his own in Darby Allin, as Allin looks to really show all of the world, the WWE Universe, and everybody behind him that he's the next best thing. And next best thing when it comes down to the Intercontinental Championship, he could be, because being in a matchup with, oh my God, Darby Allin biting the fingers of of AJ Styles. And oh man, wait a minute. Darby Allin wants AJ Styles to the top, and oh, Styles moves. Styles moves right out of the way, and if you ask me, he was damn smart for doing that. AJ Styles, he's a guy who doesn't play any games when he steps into the ring, but he's also a guy who doesn't play any games. So hey, listen, if I'm Darby Allin, I'm taking this one a little serious. Those tricks and maneuvers might not be as effective when standing in the ring with a phenomenal one known as AJ Styles. And oh man, referee on the count of 6 now. Styles getting in the ring as the referee on the count of 7, but not really in the ring on the top rope. And oh man, maybe he didn't think he was going to be able to get all that speed behind him. I don't know, but wait a minute now, Styles racking him up, and oh man, I thought Styles was lining up Darby for what could have been the beginning of the end, but no, eat my words there. And Darby Allin and AJ Styles, two men who are definitely pushing each other to a limit here tonight. Ever since this matchup was announced last Thursday, I had a feeling it was going to be nothing short than a banger. Phenomenal forearm. 1, 2, no. I said it before and I'll say it again. I knew in my heart, in my soul, this was going to be one for the ages. But to kick out of a a phenomenal forearm, to kick out of a maneuver like that takes guts. And oh man, Darby now back into the ring as Styles trying to see what's going on here. Wait a minute, Styles now gets taken down there. Beautiful work there by Darby Allin. Allin looking to turn this one around a little bit, looking to turn this one around. A phenomenal one here, putting up the guns up. A little bit of mind games here by Darby Allin, and cannonball! Tosses himself right into AJ Styles. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where Darby is at his best. This is where Darby is in his complete element. Once he starts tossing his own body like it doesn't make any goddamn sense, that's how you know it's going to be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't want to eat my words too soon in the matchup here tonight. And oh man, takedown there by AJ Styles. Beautiful, beautiful work there by the phenomenal one. AJ not playing any games here tonight with Darby Allin. And wait a minute, Allin now in the corner gets taken down there. Very beautiful work there by phenomenal one AJ Styles. And Styles hit one before. He's trying to hit another one now. Looks to go for the phenomenal forearm. No, Darby moves out of the way. Darby now hits a stomp. Stomps right down on the forearm. Darby now going to the top of the rope. This one could be all she wrote. Darby, coffin drop into the cover. 1, 2, no. Styles stays alive. Styles stays alive. But Darby, with tears in his eyes, coffin drop. Can 2 do it? Back to back. Darby does it. Darby gets the job done. And Darby Allin is going to Clash of Champions with all of the momentum with everything behind him, including the WWE and AEW Universe, ladies and gentlemen, Darby Allin. Darby Allin has his sights set on Intercontinental Championship gold. And you can't blame him if he wants to get that much closer to that goal.
Tonight's been a real loud night when it comes to the word fun and games, but I'm not going to keep running that one. Everybody knows the war. Everybody knows the battles and trials and tribulations, and I may have not have won this matchup tonight. And Darby Allin, you my friend, you are a great opponent, and I hope and I pray that once again, whether it's on Raw or whether it's over in AEW, me and you meet again in the ring, because you, my friend, you just tore the house down. And if I'm William Regal, I'm talking real closely to Tony Khan, and I'm getting that boy signed, because he's the future, and I once was the future. And you know who else claims that the only reason why I even am here because of him? That man is the Catalyst. Jay White. White thinks that everything revolves around him. He thinks that everything revolves around the Bullet Club gold, but the Bullet Club was always a lot more than that. And a good friend of mine knows exactly that. That's why the Prince left me in charge of the club to begin with. That's why I created and did everything that I did with it. But it obviously wasn't enough, because there's just more and more variations of a club that once was good. Well, that's why we call each other the OC, because we are the only club, the original club, and we are the only club that frickin' matters. And come November 26th, this Sunday, the three of us step into the ring with the three of them. Me, Gallows, and Anderson step into the ring with the Guns and Jay White, and we are going to tear the house down. Coming up next, we're going to see the Women's World Champion in action when Rhea Ripley goes one-on-one with one-third of the Outcast, Ruby Soho, as the Outcasts have been trying to make an impressive statement here in WWE. Will they get it done against the Women's Champion? Find out. But ladies and gentlemen, inside your main event, it's going to be damn good, as we are going to see the Usos go 2-on-2 with the Hurt Business 2.0. It's going to be damn good. See you guys then. You don't like me, and I don't like you. We've already established that. But what you did tonight, now that LA Knight, that was clever, and I won in. And I'm not asking, I'm telling. I went to Adam Pearce, and I told him that LA Knight doesn't need any time to consider a partner, because Kevin Owens is right here, and Kevin Owens wants in on Infiltration to the Judgment Day. Kevin Owens wants in on the World Championship picture. So guess what? It's me and you, buddy. Me and you this Sunday, teaming up. I'm a little rusty on my tag team work. I mean, not so much. I did kind of dominate the entire Starrcade tag team tournament without the help of Cody Rhodes, may I add. But, yeah, we'll do good tonight. We'll do good. But, yeah, we'll do good Sunday. Did I forget to mention, if we win, when we win, then me and you face each other in a one-on-one match the following Monday. Number 1 contenders. I'm going to Raw Anniversary, and I'm facing Finn for the title. You can either get out of my way, or you can get hit with a stunner. It's up to you. Well, I don't know what's going on there, ladies and gentlemen, but it's time to get into women's action, as Rhea Ripley is set to go one-on-one with Ruby Soho. It is Soho versus Ripley here tonight, as we have seen over the last couple of weeks here in Universe Mode. It has been the Outcasts kind of coming and taking over the WWE of, how we know it. And they have been just doing anything that they want to do. I mean, it is just, it's a mess when it comes down to the women's division. I'll be the first one to say it. When it comes down to the women's division, they have been all over the place. Saraya, Ruby Soho, and Toni Storm, they've taken these last 7 weeks and they've done whatever the hell they've wanted to do with it. When it comes down to the Outcast, they do what they want, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's the night that Rhea Ripley can not only put a thorn in the side of the Outcast, but she can shut up the Outcast by defeating the Outcast. Can she get the job done? That is the big question. But every question needs an answer. The big question is, will we get an answer tonight?
Will we find some type of absolution when it comes down to Rhea Ripley and her Women's Championship reign? We do know Rhea Ripley isn't defending the championship this Sunday at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view. She isn't even scheduled to be on the pay-per-view yet. And oh man, you see here Ruby Soho here, and she is here to make a statement. She is here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to walk away with the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Ruby Soho was walking into one of her toughest matches yet, and I said that a few weeks ago because Ruby Soho went one-on-one with Becky Lynch a couple of weeks ago on Mayhem. Ruby Soho is something that we like to call a take-no-prisoners kind of gal. Okay, she does what she wants, when she wants to do it, how she wants to do it, and that, ladies and gentlemen, that attitude, that mentality, that way of life is exactly why the Outcasts are probably the most dangerous faction that we have ever seen here in Universe Mode history, and it's a shame that we've only seen them during this crossover event. You gotta think the women's division is feeling a little bit more happy knowing that the Outcasts aren't going to be a permanent face around here. Wait a minute, Rhea now, big takedown there. We know Rhea has been injured over the last couple of weeks, getting attacked over and over again by Damage Control. Becky Lynch right now is on the shelf being attacked by the Outcasts. When it comes to these three women groups, they just seem to take what they want, do what they want, and have no type of consequences behind it. Beautiful leg drop there by Rhea Ripley. Ripley now with a stomp to the face there. Ripley with a stomp to the face, and oh man, Soho could be in very big trouble in the early ons of this matchup here. Rhea Ripley hasn't really fought much here in Universe Mode over the last couple of weeks. Ruby Soho has, so you gotta think that that's gonna play a little bit of a part. You gotta think that not only is that gonna play a little bit of a part, but you gotta think that that is it's gonna weigh on the mind of Rhea Ripley, not knowing that she hasn't been fighting as much as she's used to fighting here in Universe Mode. And oh man, beautifully done there. And now wait a minute, oh man, Rhea Ripley gets taken down with a beautiful maneuver there. And you see Dominic Mysterio chanting Rhea Ripley on, as Mysterio already won his matchup earlier tonight, and you gotta think Dominic's pretty happy. And oh man, takedown there by Ruby Soho. And now Soho looking to lock in the arms, looking to make, oh man, this looks like a Ring of Saturn. I could be very wrong, somebody correct me if I am, but I'm pretty sure it's a variation of the Rings of Saturn, but mommy's just too strong. Look at that. And once again, and speaking of Rhea Ripley, I was going to say, Dominic would be damn happy if Rhea Ripley walked away with a victory tonight. And oh man, now Rhea calling Ruby Soho up to her feet. Soho going back into the ring with ease, going back into the ring with the quickness. And hey, if I'm Ruby Soho, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm making sure that my opponent is staying down for the counter, or at least if I can try to get her there. But Ruby seemed like she just walked right back into the Lions Den. Right back into the Lions Den, right back into a mess. And oh man! Double hook in the neck, choking her out, and then tossing her to the other side of the ring. Beautiful work there by Ruby Soho. And now Soho now could be in very big trouble. Big drop kick there by Rhea. Ripley isn't playing any games here tonight with Ruby Soho, and you can definitely tell the scars, the war paint on her face says 1,000 words, ladies and gentlemen. And wait a minute now. Ruby gets tossed up and down. And Toni Storm having a bit of something to say about this. You had to expect it, of course, but I mean, man, I definitely gotta say I wasn't expecting something like this. And oh man, Ruby Soho not playing any games here tonight. Ruby Soho not playing, but neither is Rhea. Inverted electric chair made it look damn good, to say the least. And look at this as Rhea goes into the cover. As Rhea goes into the cover, it means absolutely nothing to the referee, because the referee was distracted. Distracted went the referee, but damn, a win that Rhea could have added to the repertoire, ladies and gentlemen. This is personal. This is dangerous. And now Ripley looking to put the nail in the coffin. Rhea Ripley making quick work of Ruby Soho. Rhea Ripley showing the WWE Universe that yes, although the Outcasts are strong, they are not stronger than mommy herself. What a win. Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio riding high here tonight as these two men and women, the Raw's couple, has won a match tonight. And Roman Reigns even thinking that Lashley had it. He doesn't want to end it here. Spear! Into the cover! Roman working like Reds do! And it is! Roman does it! And with a straight look in his eyes, Roman says to the WWE Universe, send Solo, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we're wasting any time. Roman Reigns wants Solo out here. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell is Wardlow doing here? Solo getting a replay of it, and now we're getting it in real time. Going right after Wardlow. He just doesn't care. I'm very lost right now, ladies and gentlemen. Roman just had a match of the night match, and wait a minute, Wardlow now fighting back against Solo Sikoa, and Roman just watching on. Roman told the Usos to stay back. Wardlow mouthing off to Roman that was him, that was him who attacked him last week. What the hell? With everything that went down last week, William Regal wanted to send a statement going into Sunday's pay-per-view, and a statement he is making as Roman Reigns goes one-on-one with the big man himself, Wardlow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we tend to say this one every week because every week we have one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your main event. This one's gonna be a damn good one. This one's gonna be hard hitting, ladies and gentlemen. This one is for your World Tag Team Championships. Tonight business is picked up tonight. It goes down tonight. We see what all of the hype has been about. Trick Williams has been one of the most hyped up superstars since joining the Hurt Business over 3 weeks ago. And since then, the Hurt Business have just been producing banger after banger after banger. Every single time they wrestle, the world stops and acknowledges them because, ladies and gentlemen, this one's gonna be damn good. Tonight is the night where we see the Hurt Business excel on a whole new level. Tonight is the night where we see Trick Williams truly whoop that trick, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is a night for resurgence. Tonight is a night for dominance. Tonight is the night, and tonight could very well be the Hurt Business night. Let's waste no time. Let's waste absolutely no time, ladies and gentlemen. They may be booed by the WWE Universe, but ladies and gentlemen, take nothing away from the Usos. Jimmy and Jay Uso been champions since WrestleMania 2023 back in Season 1. And what a way it was to end Season 1 back in March when the Usos won the Tag Team Championships from Legado del Fantasma. And it could have been Legado last week taking on the Usos, but it wasn't the Usos. It was... You could talk about all the accolades, you could talk about all the fails that the Usos have done, but ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, Jimmy and Jay are walking in to a tag team matchup refreshed. The bloodline has been crumbling, but physically, they have been on the top of their game, and it has been absolutely amazing to see as the crowd is hyped up. And I know if Jimmy and Jay had a mic in their hand, only one word will be spewing from their mouth, and that's yeet. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some Tag Team Championship action. It's time for your main event. It's time to see the Hurt Business and Jimmy and Jay, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is where history gets made, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know, I'll read down the statistic for you for the first time ever here at Wrestle Plus, our first ever all African American main event. Well, aside from Paul, but you know, hey, either or. We're all blackout heart. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rumble. It's time to get into it because we are in the jungle and 4 men have their eyes set on tag team title gold, but only 2 men can walk away with the victory. Will it be the twins or will it be this new kindling, this new spark that's been made within the Hurt Business. So many questions, not enough answers. Good thing this matchup is shortly getting right underway. As the referee is hyped, I'm hyped. The entire WWE universe is hyped because we know what's to come, and that is tag team excellence. Look at this, Trick Williams starting off with Jey Uso. Very interesting choice there. Trick Williams starting off against Jey Uso, but Trick getting the early advantage here on Jey. And, oh, beautiful stomp there by Trick Williams off of those hit combinations. Very nice work. Trick getting a quick tag here in on Cedric Alexander. The both men wanting to make sure that they're ready for this main event, want to make sure that they're ready for anything when it comes down to this main event. And you can't blame them. Going against a team like Jimmy and Jey, that is a dominant team. Not only a dominant team, that's a team who's been able to win and weasel their way out of any and everything. But tonight there's no tribal chief, and there damn sure ain't no enforcer of the bloodline here, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the Usos out here, and the Usos are going to have to really make a statement if they're going to want to show that they're the greatest tag team of all time. Last time these men defended the championships was back at the Starrcade Tag Team Tournament in the finals against FTR. But speaking of FTR, the winner of this matchup will be facing off against FTR. And oh man, Jey and Cedric going at it now as Jey look to have the upper hand in this matchup. And oh man, an upper hand it is. And oh, big kick there by Jey Uso to Cedric Alexander. We've seen Jey Uso gain some momentum going into this tag team matchup this past Friday on Mayhem. We've seen Jey Uso and Trick Williams tie it up inside the main event. But quick kick out at one there. Beautifully done there by Cedric Alexander. Alexander staying on his feet here when it comes to Cedric Alexander. Alexander has been in the ring with the Usos before. This is the first time that, well, aside from the main event, that Trick has. Oh man, but look at this, Cedric looking to fight back. Cedric looking to keep up the fight, and oh, drops Jimmy. And oh man, wait a minute, the Usos trying to do something big here to the Hurt Business, but every time the Hurt Business just seems to have something in more store for Jimmy and Jey. And oh man, look at his big Irish whip there by Jimmy Uso, or excuse me, by Trick Williams, bouncing him off of the ropes there, and down goes one half of the tag team champions. Beautiful work there, and oh man, Trick Williams going to work. And oh man, Trick Williams now tagging in Cedric Alexander in the ring, and he knows what he wants to do. Goes for a big takedown, but misses. Big takedown there by Cedric Alexander, but missed out. And look at now, Jimmy bobbing and weaving, hits him with a beautiful Samoan DDT. Spikes his head right into the mat. If you ask me, this might be all she wrote, but Alexander finds a way to get back into the ring. Finds a way to keep the fight going, and oh, big DDT. Pretty sure that was a DDT, and now look at this, Cedric Alexander keeps putting more pain, keeps putting more attack on, more twerk on the neck of Jimmy Uso as Jey can do nothing but just watch on. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about what this matchup means for the Usos. We've talked about what this matchup means, you know, for the Hurt Business, but imagine what this will mean for the tag team division if and only if the Hurt Business can win this matchup here tonight. They will be taking championships from the longest reigning champions here in Universe Mode history. And oh man, tags him in, and Jimmy's back in the ring now. Jimmy goes for a punch, but Trick moves him out of the way. Trick now has him up on the shoulders. This might be it here for Jimmy, and oh, Jey goes down. Excuse me, Jey goes down, and he goes down hard. Oh my goodness. What a match. And look at this, Trick Williams trying to whoop that Trick indeed. And oh, Jey drops him down. Little bit of a mayhem rematch we're seeing here between Jey and Trick Williams. And oh! Trick drops him! Drops him! A roundhouse kick heard around the world. Cedric down. Drop down there. Jey now lining up Cedric for something big here as he tags in Jimmy Uso. And Jimmy now looks in. Oh man, Jimmy goes for something. Cedric goes for something, but both men didn't get all of it. And now look at this big body slam there by Cedric Alexander. Beautiful work there by Alexander. When it comes to Cedric Alexander and Jimmy Uso, I would definitely argue that Alexander is the right man for the task. And wait a minute, Cedric now looks like he has something more in store here for Jimmy Uso. But look at Cedric now. Cedric showing up and showing completely out here tonight. And oh man, Trick now has something in store for Jimmy Uso here as Trick bounces Jimmy off of the ropes here. Tries to go for a shoulder tackle, but missed out there as Jimmy You don't want to shoulder tackle, you don't want to headbutt, and you damn sure don't want to super kick a Samoan, because it's almost like trying to shoot Superman. It doesn't work, all right? And now look at this, Jimmy now trying to fight back, and he does good at it. Damn good at it. Big drop kick there by Jimmy Uso. If you want to notice something here, you can't be too careful in situations like these. The Hurt Business have the numbers example, the numbers advantage over over the Bloodline, which is not something that we usually see here from the Bloodline. But oh man, wait a minute. What is I think they're setting us up for a little bit of Uso splash. Jay didn't do it. Jay didn't do it. But he takes Trick out. Trick goes to the outside. Down goes Trick. What a match we are seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Referee counting, and he's counting high on the count, but no. And oh man, wait a minute, as both men back into the ring. Beautiful, beautiful elbows there by Trick Williams, and Williams now trying to tee off here on Jimmy Uso. Uso now bouncing off of the ropes, ducking down under. What is Trick Williams? Flapjack again. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful work by the young gun, the young up-and-comer here, known as Trick Williams, as Williams staring down Jimmy Uso, and Uso using Bobby Lashley and MVP as shields almost. And oh man, wait a minute, Jimmy now going after Cedric, and Trick Williams had enough. MVP instructing Trick Williams to go and get his tag team partner, and I don't think you can blame him, but oh my God, Jimmy is on a complete rampage. Jimmy knows what he wants, and in this match, he wants the Hurt Business. Oh my God, look at this, punch after punch, devastating blow after blow. It's like, it's insane to look at it. Oh my God. Look at this. He's a one-man army right now, taking down both members of the Hurt Business 2.0. Jimmy Uso, ladies and gentlemen, he's doing it all. Doing it all, making his way around the entire ring just to prove a point, but oh man, missed. Trick missed out there. Referee on the count of 8, and Jimmy getting back in. And oh, Jay's out. Jay gets taken out by Trick. Jimmy catches him. DDT, but no. Trick says no. Trick fights back. Trick fights back. Whoop that Trick indeed. Big drop kick. Almost a superstar-made drop kick by Trick Williams. And now Williams tagging in the veteran Alexander. Alexander's in the ring now. And what does Cedric Alexander having stored here? He might go for a little bit of an Uso splash of his own. Frog splash by Alexander. 1, 2, new champs, no. Jey Uso, he was barely getting there in the nick of time, but he managed. And oh man, now Jay trying to get his hands on Cedric, but Cedric not allowing it, as Jay the legal man in the ring now. Cedric Alexander continuing to work on him. Seems like that attack earlier tonight by Trick Williams to Jey Uso might have done a little bit more damage than we once thought. Look at this, up and down, but no Samoan drop, not for this Samoan. Cedric fighting. Cedric might be the equalizer for Jey Uso. Cedric takes him down. Business has just picked up. And oh man, wait a minute. As Jey Uso trying to fight back, Trick Williams helping Cedric Alexander keep the advantage going. Beautiful sidewalk slam on the knee there. This is what I like to see, ladies and gentlemen. Tag team moves, tag team maneuvers being done to absolute perfection. And oh man, big tag in here. Jimmy back in the ring, Big Brother Uso. Oh! Cedric now. Cedric looking to do some big business here, but Jay just takes him right to the outside of the ring, as it's, if I'm not mistaken, Jay and oh! Jay and Alexander are the legal men in the ring now, but look at this. Cedric chilling, running laps in place, now taking out Jimmy. Watch Trick take care of business on the outside. And now Jimmy back inside the ring. Back inside the ring as Cedric gets back up to his feet. Look at this, Jimmy fighting back. Jimmy now taking it back to the inside of the ring. That head spiking off of the barricade, or excuse me, off of the ring post. Oh my goodness, wait, what? Somebody check on Cedric. somebody check on Cedric. I mean, I don't know who had what left, but I would like to argue before Jey Uso spiked Cedric's head off of the side of the ring, I mean, I would like to argue that for the first time since WrestleMania, we just seen the Usos barely escape a win. Man, I said it after Starrcade, but I really mean it after this crossover. The tag team division has taken a big, wait a minute! Oh! Shatter Machine! That's Cash and Dax! The next men in line for the tag team titles at Raw Anniversary! We've seen this match card be brought up so many times, but we didn't know if it was official, and now we know. And that's not all. Clash of Champions is coming Sunday, and the Judgment Day will be taking down LA Knight and Kevin Owens. That's going to be an interesting one. And that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. 6-man tag bullet gold competition, and it's going to be damn good as we see Intercontinental Championship on the line and an official poster reveal for Clash of the Champions coming your way November 26th. This Sunday, it's going to be damn good. If you haven't checked your pulse, then check it yet, because when it comes to professional wrestling, this is going to be the only show that matters this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, here at Wrestle Plus, we are calling our shot. This will be show of the weekend.